Alright, in this video we'll be going through how to set up your Mac OS X environment with the tools we need to start programming in C. So, first thing we need to do is open up the App Store, make sure we have Xcode installed. Xcode is the development environment that Apple provides. It's a free download, but it's 3 gigabytes, so you want to make sure you're not on mobile internet. You want to give it a lot of time to download, and it'll take a while, but once it's downloaded and installed, you need to open it at least once and accept any license agreements that pop up, and then let it finish installing. And once you see this screen, the Welcome to Xcode screen, you can click Xcode and then quit Xcode. Then the next thing we need to do is just verify all the tools are there and make sure all the settings are in place. So to do that, I've made a script which you can get to if you just search, type in terminal, open up the terminal. Then if you type in the command curl -capital L lowercase s space http / c5.curtis m.me/check pipe or bar, which is the key above the enter or return key, and then bash. If you type that in, it'll check that all the software you need is installed, and as you can see, it's found all the software and tested it all, and it's fine. So the next thing we need to do is make a basic C file. Now you'll notice, now in order to check what directory we're in, I'm just going to say pwd, and then in order to see what's in my current directory, I can just say ls, which give me a short listing, or I can say ls-lh, give me some more details, like file sizes. And then in order to make a new directory, I can type in the command mkdir crash course. So if I type in ls-lh, you'll see that there's a directory there called crash course. You can tell it's a directory because it's got a D there. So it means I can put files in there. So to move into that directory, I simply type cd crash course. And now I'm looking at that directory. So if I type pwd, current directory I'm working in is crash course. Now in order to make a new C file, I'm just going to use the nano command, and the file I want to make is called hello.c. And I can just start typing here from nano. I can say, just give a description of the file. Let's say who wrote it. And close the comment, and that's all the comment there, so it's not actually code that gets executed, but it is it's there for me to read so I know what's going on. Then I need to #include this line here. Just means include all of the functions that the standard functions and definitions, which you'll be using a lot of. This one is to include all of the functions that are for writing text to the screen or opening files or editing files. Next we're going to make our main function, so it'll just be int main. The main function is called main, and every C program will have one of these. It looks like that. And it's int, which means it's integer type, which means it has to return a number, and that number gets returned to the operating system, which calls this, and it tells the operating system whether or not there was any errors. And to tell it that we have no errors, we're going to return exit success, which is, thankfully, a number. Then we're just going to run the command printf, which writes text to the screen, hello world \n to make sure it doesn't continue printing on that line once it's done. That is our function. Now you might also see the main function declared like this. But we'll go into a bit why that is later. Either way, this will work. So I can just now press Control X to close it, hit Y to tell it to save it, and press Enter. So if I do ls, you'll see that it's there now, ls-lh. There it is. So I can't just run that file, I have to compile it now. So to compile it, I'm going to use a compiler called clang. And I need to tell that fail, don't compile if you see any errors. So that's capital W, any warnings, so that's capital W for warnings. Turn any errors into warnings, so it'll stop compiling and not make my file if anything at all is wrong. That's -O, not 0, which does some optimization. Then I do -o to tell it what file I want to make the program, and I'm just going to call it hello. And then I just list the files I need to compile for it, so I'll do hello.c, because that's the only file I need to compile. I hit enter, and it tells me I gave a wrong option, which I did. It should be where, and that should compile now. So if I do ls-lh, we'll see that it's made a file called hello, and it's executable. So now I can just say // which means run a command that's in the directory that I'm in, and I'm just going to say that that program is called hello. As you can see, it prints out hello world. So if you've managed to get through all of that, then it means everything's set up ready, right, and you're ready to go. So good luck with the rest of it.